and in India it's 5 times more, 18%. But all this could be eliminated. What does this mean? More antibiotics, more the health deteriorates. Instead of helping them, it's going to hurt them. But by the simple method, which according to me is a very wonderful thing, I'm recollecting now, when I wanted to start Apollo, I went to Dr. Denton Cooley. I don't know how many of you know. He was then the world's best cardiac surgeon. He was a very dear friend of mine and of my guru too. He asked me, Dr. Reddy, now that you have finalized doing Apollo in India, what's your biggest problem? I said, my biggest problem is maintaining the post-op area. So he said, all right, when are you coming next? September. In September, when I went back, he called, pressed the bell, called a nurse called Shannon Bryson. She came, she set up the standards for our post-op. Believe me, today our post-op is as good as one of the best centers anywhere in the world. So I think this is what you are now making there. It is post-surgery. But here, it's a day-to-day, minute-to-minute, every action of ours. We need to see that we are safe. Whatever we're doing is safe for our health, is safe for our neighbors and the society.
Absolutely. Sir, I wanted to ask you a few questions about your amazing vision of total health. So, it is an amazing vision because it is so simple. Yet it is amazing because it is very, very daunting. Right? It encompasses a lot of areas which sometimes can look very difficult to do. So I wanted to ask you, what was the genesis of this vision? So why this specifically, and why is this so important to you? And second, did you at any point of time feel that this is difficult? Because it is a very daunting vision. The concept of total health is simple yet daunting. So,
I think everything is very difficult. Unless we have determination saying, I want to do this. And if you stop there, nothing will happen. Then you must say, this is my mission, and I will do everything possible to see that happens. Nothing comes in the way. You've seen many things that happened today, and what's going to happen tomorrow. Artificial intelligence, 5G, 6G, and all of these are going to come. These are all because the people have said, we can do it, and I will pursue that. So I think this is our goal, and thanks to Mandeep, Subhana, Anupam, everyone, and my family participated tremendously. But most importantly, the villagers got convinced. The villagers in the beginning, when the doctors went into their house, they had said the lady is not there. They were afraid that we were going to do surgery on them. They didn't think that it was just making them healthy and happy, but they thought Apollo means maybe they are doing surgeries on them. And today we have an excellent relationship. They don't have to go to their houses. When they keep camps, everybody comes. When I go there now, I enjoy that, seeing their faces lit up with happiness. Even whatever they talk now a little beyond health, saying, Dr. Reddy, you must see that we get some water. That lake has dried up for the past 10 years. Can you do something about it? So we are trying to see what more can we do. We talk about the plantation of trees. I'm one of the admirers of Sadhguru. When he did the rally for rivers in Madras, I co-chaired with him. And I promised that we will do at least 200,000 plants in our place. Unfortunately, last year the rains completely disappointed us. They did only 20 or 30,000, and 80+% or surviving plans. But this year they say the rain is better, especially last night, and we will do as many as possible because I think this will make a great impact. But finally, there's always that one wish in me saying, if I can make this bundle a happy, healthy one, why can't we replicate it across the country? I'll give you two important examples in this. One is, 7 years ago when we first tested, we found 8 people with cancers. We treated all 8 people. Unfortunately, we lost all of them. Last 3 years, they found 14 cancers, 9 in women, 5 in men, detected early, operated, they will lead a normal life. The second thing also that Singh said, the diabetes and the hypertension. Many people who knew who were hypertensive or who were diabetic were not taking their medicines regularly or not monitored properly, so that they was not adjusted. And many did not know that they had hypertension and diabetes. All that was needed is a thorough screening. Today we have a data which is in the cloud, which immediately tells us that he is a diabetic, he is being monitored well, his pressure normal, and then if you prevent these, there is a huge threat which the world is facing. I'm sure you are aware of that, called the non-communicable disease. It's not a small thing. It's going to cost the world $30 trillion according to World Economic Forum. What are these anxieties? Diabetes, heart problems, cancers, strokes, and infections. All appearing at a very early age. Here, a 15-year-old went for an exam and dropped dead. There was a lady who got married, 28-year-old. After the Thali was done, the priest said, go and see that lucky star. She couldn't get up. She got dropped dead. So this disease is spreading so rapidly. And then, without other people, still are innocent. I'm happy that the government has taken a large measure in establishing that so-called 100,000 plus wellness and checkup centers. But we have a big program to launch on what I call a war on NCDs. Probably do it in the month. We launch this program, our team is getting ready. But the advantage that we have is, we have already done, we are the first in the world to have a health checkup done, called the master health checkup. So we already have done over 30,000 checkups, so that's 30 million checkups. So that has given us a great advantage. But unfortunately, originally we didn't have all the records. But about 5-6 million records were available. We appointed one of the leaders in artificial intelligence, called DXC from London. They are worked on it. Now when the job left from you and me, and the tests are done, it's different because the artificial intelligence clearly says what is needed to find out your state of health. So this is going to be a major step which will make whatever our proactive healthcare will make. So this is another wish. My third wish, of course, is there is a lot of, this is what the government also is fighting. These different classes of people, the highest income, higher income, middle income, low income, and low income people. If you are deprived of only money, it is different. But if you are deprived of the necessities and bad health, it is unhappiness. So this is where I think good health will make people healthy and happy. So that's why we use that word healthy and happy, and total health, it means that.
Awesome, awesome, sir. I wanted to ask, towards that endeavor, how can brands like ours partner better? So, of course, we're starting to do the partnerships, we're starting to do, in a very small way, we're starting to make a difference. But what can brands like ours, and specifically for RB brands, how can we partner better?
I have a very simple answer. We have a global presence. So whatever will succeed here, we will give it to the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
I think that
Absolutely. Now I wanted to get some piece of advice from your experience which will help the task that we're doing with Dettol also a bit easier. You talked about when you first went with the Total Health program, you